Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to pick my December TBR. I cannot believe it's almost December already. This year has just gone by so incredibly fast, but today we get to pick what books I read in December, so I'm really excited for that. This video is going to go exactly the same way as the last TBR video did. I have all my anticipated reads, my wintry books wrapped up here. I also added some from the last video that I didn't get to read the past couple of months. I just didn't want to waste them or the paper, so I'm just going to add them to here. Now a random wheel is going to pick what numbers I get to unwrap, and those will be the books that I read in December. Last time I was quite ambitious, but I did manage to read most of my fall books, so I think we're going to pick a similar amount today. We have 12 total this time, 4 left over from my last video and the other 8 are newly added. So without further ado, let's see what books I'll be reading in December. Let's take this off. Okay, this looks a bit silly, but otherwise you're not going to get any audio. So it's going to be like this. Let's grab the random wheel. Okay, here we have our random wheel that decides our fate. It has numbers 1 through 12. So let's pick our first book. It's number 2. Let's see. Number 2 is this one. Let me try and guess what it is. I did that last time. It is definitely a paperback. It's not very floppy, but I think it might be The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Let's just see what it is. Yes, it is The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. This is a children's book. I have the English version, and it's about a little girl who is sacrificed to a witch, but the witch, she actually raises the little girl. So the baby actually drinks moonlight instead of starlight, and she gets extraordinary magic, it says. I feel like this book is perfect for the wintry months. It's very dark, but also magical. So I'm really excited to be reading this. This book has been on my TBR for quite a long time. I actually wanted to read it last year, but I didn't get around to doing so. So I hope I can read it this year. It looks so cozy and fun. So I cannot wait to read this. This is a great pick. We're gonna put it, let's put it right here. Okay, let's remove number 2 from the options and spin again for our second book. This is a very good start. Let's see what book I will get. It's number 5. Oh, number 5 is a big one. Okay, maybe my luck has run out. We'll see. This is number 5. As you can see, it's one of the bigger ones on my TBR. I think I know what this is because, you know, I wrapped them, and this is one of the more distinguishable ones because of its size. So I think I know what this is. I'll just unwrap it and then you'll see for yourself. It's a Game of Thrones. I'm really intimidated by this book. I'm actually really scared to read this because it's so long. This edition is over 800 pages. It has a bookmark in it because I actually attempted to read this last year. I didn't get that far, but I will try again this year to read A Game of Thrones. The book starts off in winter and there's a lot of snow, so I feel like this book is perfect for winter. Hopefully I can read it when the ground is covered in a layer of snow, and probably long after that because the snow will melt before I finish this book. But I am very excited to read this. I have heard, of course, a lot of Game of Thrones. I think all of you know it. I haven't seen the series, so I don't know exactly what happens because I want to read the book first. I also tend to prefer the book over a series, so hopefully I will enjoy this one as well. I don't know what else to say. I'm just very scared. I have read longer books, so I should be able to do this, but I feel like it's a very complicated book with a lot of families and a lot of politics, and I just don't know how long this is going to take me. Maybe I should do a reading vlog so I'm not alone in this and I can take you guys along with me. That would be fun. So yeah, I didn't manage to finish it last year, but I'm going to try again this year and hopefully I can finish it in the winter. So our second book for December will be A Game of Thrones. Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Both of the books that I got, I wanted to read last year, but I didn't get around to doing so. Hopefully I'll be able to read them this year. Let's pick our third book for this video. Let's see what I can add to my December TBR. It is number 10. Number 10. Number 10 is this one. It's falling. It's falling. Stay, please. I cannot tell which is the front and which is the spine. They both feel very similar. I think this is the spine. I don't know. I honestly cannot remember what this one is. It looks very similar to book 3. If I had to make a guess, I know I put the Silmarillion in there. So it might be that one. Let's just open it up and see. I'm so excited, you guys. It feels like unwrapping gifts. Like Christmas is already here. It's actually... Oh boy. Okay, I have some explaining to do. This is not the Silmarillion. This is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. You might recognize this book from my last TBR. I ended up not finishing it in the last months because I just really wasn't in the mood for it. But now we picked it again for my December TBR. It does feel like a wintry fall, that kind of book, because it's a dark academia. The random TBR really wants me to read this book because I got it twice now. I already explained what I know about the book in the last video, so I don't think I should again, but this is a dark academia and it's also a mystery book about students who are studying Shakespeare. So it has a lot of Shakespeare references in it. I read The Goldfinch last month and I was so disappointed by that I didn't really feel like I was in the mood to pick this one up. I guess the TBR wheel has spoken that I should read this year. This was not one of the books that I wanted to read, but I guess we're putting it on the TBR. Let's remove number 10 and spin again for our fourth pick of this video. Let's see what the TBR wheel has in store for us. It is number 8. Number 8 is this one. This is one of the books that I carried over from last video that I didn't get to read the past couple of months, but I'm still excited to do so. It has been a while since I read this book, so I don't really remember what it is. So it's gonna be a surprise for me. Let's unwrap it. Here we have Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. I'm so excited to read this. I think it was a good decision to carry this one over from last video because last time I picked Dracula and I read it and I didn't want to read too many vampire books at once. I think that would kind of tire me out. So now we're going to read Interview with the Vampire. I hope it's better than Dracula. Dracula was a little bit disappointing, but it is kind of the blueprint of vampires. So I'm very happy that I read Dracula first and now I can get into Interview with the Vampire. It says on the back, a magnificent, compulsively readable thriller. Rice begins where Bram Stoker and the Hollywood versions leave off and penetrates directly to the true fascination of the myth, the education of the vampire. So it actually says on the back that this is where Bram Stoker left off, which makes me really happy that I read Dracula first and so close to this one. I'm really excited about this. I've heard amazing things, just very interesting and also just a little bit absurd because it's about vampires, of course. So this is the first book in the series, The Vampire Chronicles, and I believe it's about a cast of characters who are all vampires and they talk about how they became a vampire and what they have been through because they've been living for so long. It says on the back, here are the confessions of a vampire. This is a novel of mesmerizing beauty and astonishing force, a story of danger and flight, of love and loss, of suspense and resolution, and of the extraordinary power of the senses. It is a novel only Anne Rice could write. I believe there have been multiple adaptations of this book because it's just been so iconic. So I'm interested to see which one I will like best. But for now, I'm going to try the book. If you know what adaptation I should watch of this, then please let me know in the comments. This will be the fourth book on my December TBR. And I think the luck is back in our favor. I think we got our luck back. Let me actually not jinx myself before I spin for the fifth book. Let's see, number 5 of this TBR will be Number 4. Okay, here we have number 4. It's clearly a hardback. And I'm thinking about which hardbacks I put on here. This might be the only one, actually. Now that I think of it, this might be the only hardback. I think I know what it is. It's a very Christmassy book. So I'm excited to be reading it in December. Let's see. This is the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories. This was edited by Jessica Harrison, but it's basically a bunch of short stories from a lot of different authors, and they all have something to do with Christmas or winter, and they've been compiled into this book. So we have stories by Hans Christian Andersen, Dostoevsky, Elizabeth Bowen, Dylan Thomas, Ray Bradbury, Shirley Jackson, Italo Calvino, and Angela Carter. So a lot of familiar names that I've already read from before, but I don't think I've read their Christmassy stories. I might want to do a story for every day in December. Let me count how many stories there are. I believe there are 32 stories in here, which means that I cannot do one a day, but maybe some of them are shorter than others and I can do like 1 or 2 a day up until Christmas. I think that would be really fun. I'm not sure how I'm gonna format this. I might do like an Instagram reel or shorts maybe a day. I think that would be fun. I really like the design of this book. I believe these are called the Penguin Clothbound Classics. They're always very nice. This is my second one that I have, but I really love these editions. Who designed this cover? Coralie Bickford Smith. So all credit to you because it looks gorgeous. So this will be our 5th book for the TBR. I might turn on the light because it's getting a bit dark. Okay, I've turned on the light. It's getting dark very early, so hopefully there's still enough light so you can see it. We only have 7 books left, so let's spin for number 6 and see what we get. Okay, we got number 1. Let's pick out number 1. This is a tinier one. I feel like most of the books I've picked so far have been quite big, so I'm glad to have a tinier one. Let's see. It's again a paperback. I really cannot tell you what it is. I mean, there are 5 books here with similar size, so I cannot really go off that. So let's just unwrap it and see what it is. Okay, here we have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, by Roald Dahl. I've been reading Roald Dahl recently, and I'm very excited to read his classic work again. This one is also illustrated. It has illustration by Quentin Blake, so I'm very happy to be reading this. I think this is going to make me so happy. I just feel like this book is perfect for December, you know, the holiday season, sweets, chocolates. I feel like this book is going to be so much fun, and the illustrations are going to be so nostalgic. They're very simple ones, but I just think that is half of the charm. This is a Puffin classic. Oh, it actually has introducing the characters. That's so fun. Where did I get this book? I don't remember. I believe I got it secondhand. It doesn't have a sticker, but I think I got it in a secondhand store. So this is the English edition. I think y'all know what this book is about, so I don't have to summarize. Yeah, it's of course a classic book for a reason, and I just feel like it would be perfect for the holiday season. So I'm glad to be having another children's book on there because some of these I think are a little bit more heavy, but this one is going to be a very fun time. So this is actually book number 6. I think we're going to pick one last book for the TBR. I think 7 books is a good number. I believe I picked 7 last time. I don't actually remember, but I think 7 would be good. Well, last time we had a lot of books left over, but I did unwrap some of them throughout the month to read them. Most of these are probably going to be read as well, but I just want a priority TBR, so I'll make sure that I'm going to be reading these. Okay, book number 7. Let's see what number we get. Number 3, okay. Oh, number 3 is the big one, okay. I did not need another big book for this TBR, but here we are. We have number 3, our last and 7th and final pick of this TBR. Let's see what it is. It's this... Okay, this was not what this TBR needed, but we got the Silmarillion by Tolkien. I am really wanting to read this. That's why I put it on the TBR in the first place, but I cannot believe we got so many big books and all the little ones are left over. But we got the Silmarillion. I am very excited to read this. I read Lord of the Rings last year and then The Hobbit in January, so it feels fitting that I finished the year off with the Silmarillion. I just see the sentence, it overwhelms the reader, and that is exactly how I feel. I feel very overwhelmed. I feel very intimidated and scared, but I am going to attempt to read this. Everyone I've heard about this book has just been so enthusiastic, but also so confused. I mean, Middle-earth is such an amazing place, but it's so elaborate and confusing that I'm really excited but scared to get into this book. That's basically how I feel. I feel very conflicted between being scared and being happy about it. I hope that I'll be able to learn more about Middle-earth and about Tolkien's world and kind of the politics and history of it all. I've heard that I'll be really needing the appendix, that's going to be my savior. So let's see how far I can get and how much I will understand of it. The Silmarillion is the history that comes before the Lord of the Rings. So it's basically all this lore about Middle-earth and what has led to the events of Lord of the Rings happening. There is just so much going on, so many characters, so many names, so many years that this book encompasses that it's very hard to keep up. It literally says on the back, it overwhelms the reader. This book is known for being very difficult to get through and understanding everything that's being said, but I will attempt to do so in December. I cannot believe it, but this is the last and 7th book of my TBR. Okay, we now have my December TBR complete. We're starting off with The Girl Who Drank the Moon, A Game of Thrones, then we have If We Were Villains Again, then Interview with the Vampire, Christmas Stories, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and last but certainly not least, The Silmarillion. This is a very dense and big TBR, but I'm so excited about it. If at the end of December I've read most of these books, I'll just be so happy. And I truly believe that some of these books will be 5 stars. I mean, I've really high expectations for some of these. That brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I always love creating my TBRs, so I definitely had a great time. Let me know what you're planning to read in December in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.